Hi bro, I have a story to share. Mabilis lang to, don't worry. So, last week, I did visual journaling in Japan. So, na-plan namin to months ago pa eh. We planned na we'll actually go to Japan, me and my family. We just had this vacation and then I've thought of why not, since I am just really practicing the habit of sketching, habit of drawing, why not do it as well even though I'm actually having vacation if I really wanted to do this, right? So, first day was actually August 24 and when I was in the plane already, I was actually observing the things that I am seeing dun sa airplane, the interior. Sabi ko, should I actually draw the interior of the airplane? Should I draw the people sitting down? Or should I actually draw my younger brother beside me? Pero, yun nga, parang sabi ko, this is actually really nice to feel and to actually be engaged with kasi I get to actually really observe the things that's around me compared to, let's say, on my normal thing na I would just actually use my phone or I would just probably sleep on the way to Japan. And the travel time actually was probably 5 hours and nagkaroon kami ng delay ng flight because I believe merong problem sa weather. So, ayun. So, as you can see here in my sketches, what I first did was to actually just get back with the lines to have my flow started. And then I did also different textures from wood to different circles, scribbles, and then fur. Parang may gradient or parang may shade siya from dark to light. And then, after that one, when I actually had my food, kasi they gave us food for lunch. Actually, it was paid, of course. As you can see here, itong char siu chicken na parang may nasa foil siya na parang silver foil and then yung water ko. This is what I sketched. As you can see, it was really actually funny because the flight attendants were actually, when they saw me sketching this one, they stopped tapos they were actually complimenting me with my sketches and solid siya kasi it wasn't really my intention to get the attention of other people pero since I was just doing my stuff, people get to be attracted to the things that we're actually doing, and in my case it was sketching and yun lumapit yung flight attendants and they were asking parang ay ang galing drawing mo ganyan. So ayun, that's really fun. And as you can see, August 24, I tried to be as detailed as possible, I guess. Kahit na this is just purely hatching. And then, ito, I got a bit sleepy, I believe, at this time. So, hindi ko na siya masyadong natapos. And then, here, another sketch of me just trying to practice doing different textures na we're forming a volume. Yan. So, as you can see, there's a prism, rectangular prism, merong sphere, those stuff. Pero di ko siya natapos. I believe I should have at least filled the sheet or the paper. But yeah, this is what I've done and I'm not trying to... I am trying to be as real as possible with the things that I'm sharing here. Di ko na talaga siya natapos. So, first day, we just tried to settle down dun sa hotel namin. We actually stayed sa Asakusa. Asakusa was a very, very clean place. And then there were actually a lot of elder people who were actually very, very active. And I'm hoping na every one of us would actually be more active with the things that we're doing kasi I think more than 10 hours na tayo nakaupo because of our works. Whether you're a student or not, we're sitting down to, let's say, study, to play computer games, to work, to travel. Nasa jeep lang tayo, so we're just sitting down and the activities that we're doing are actually super parang, what do you call that term? Sedentary. So, the next day, we went to Mount Fuji and what's really nice about this day is we had a driver na actually is a Filipino who has been working as a driver in Japan for 6 years. So we got to actually talk a lot about Japan, of course, specifically, and how he misses the Philippines, those stuff. Pero, um, so yun, the trip was actually 2 to 3 hours from our place in Asakusa to Mount Fuji. So I got another chance to do some sketching kasi I cannot bring this one every day kasi this wasn't really, again, the main intention why I went to Japan, but just a family vacation, and we had different itineraries every single day. So I cannot ask them to, okay, move on lang kayo dun sa itinerary nyo, but I'm just going to sketch here. So I just try to, like, whenever I have a chance to draw, I'm going to draw. So here, this is my POV. As you can see, the point of my POV, or my point of view, when we were actually on the way to Mount Fuji. I was in the second row of the car, or the van, and then as you can see, I just probably did a different style, but ano pa rin siya, hatching pa rin, pero more of like short linings naman dun sa parang seating. And then I actually had a hard time for this one. I had a hard time, pero because of that one, I now appreciate it much more kasi I can now see na I did the work for this one. And yes, I don't know if you guys noticed, but some of the areas were actually just rushed kasi may pagka natamad ako, and I am just really, because I am very impatient. And then the next day we went to Shibuya to buy some stuff. So first we went to the Tokyo station, we took pictures there, and then as you can see, I did a sketch of the interior of the Tokyo station. From there, sumakay kami ng Tokyo, and then as you can see, I've used the stamp of it, kaya ang ganda. Pero after is when we went to, actually, backstory, we were actually craving for, or we were actually looking for the store Yukatsu Motomura. It's a restaurant who is selling beef katsu, kasi here in the Philippines, majority of the katsu stores are pork katsus, pork or chicken, diba? Yung Yabu, if you guys are familiar with it, Yabu sells pork and chicken, pero this one is beef. So first day we were actually supposed to eat there, but sadly the store was already closed. But on the third day, we got to see an open Gyukatsu Motomura, so we settled to queue up on the line despite it having, I believe, 60 to 75 minutes of waiting time. So another opportunity for me to actually sketch again. So I was just sitting down and I felt very actually overwhelmed about what should I actually draw, because there were actually a lot of things that's happening, a lot of people walking, and then there's a lot of structures and buildings out there. So I went for something simple first to sketch the signages or the billboards that I've seen. First is the Gyukatsu Motomura logo with their billboard, and then another signage of a beer pong bar, Sup Beer Pong. So yep, and then when I got there, after waiting, of course we ate. It was actually very, very good. It felt very authentic. I think this is authentic, of course. And then I just took a picture of it kasi, of course, why would I draw when we waited for 75 minutes for this one? So I ate first, just took a picture, and told myself that I'm going to sketch it when I get back sa hotel. And yeah, here's my sketches. As you can see, there's the beef katsu, the lettuce, the mashed potato salad, and then on the left side is the perspective of my POV going down to where the store is. It's just a very, very small space for us to get down dun sa pinaka store. The next day we went to Team Labs. If you guys are familiar with Team Labs, or if you guys are not familiar rather, Team Labs is a how can I actually, so Team Labs is a Team Labs. Okay, Team Labs is a art museum na parang lets you be part of the art, be part of the art. So parang ganun siya, and as you can see here, I'm going to be flashing short clips of what's inside the Team Labs. Pero of course, I wouldn't want to spoil you guys if you're planning to go there, but it was really nice. So I didn't sketch it, of course. I didn't sketch Team Labs, but rather I did a sketching of when we were actually on the way to Team Labs. We rode another train, and then this is actually my view at that time. These are my sisters, itong dalawa, these two, and then my daddy. And then I drew this structure because I fell in love with this one. It was really nice. I think this is the Tokyo Big site. I'm not sure if I mentioned it right, but yeah, ito yung sketch ko for this day. And then the last day, not really the last day, but our last day with an itinerary was when we went to Disney Sea. But before anything else, every time we go out our hotel, we get to pass by this traffic mirror. So me and my family, we always take pictures. As you can see, nagpipicture muna kami before actually walking again. And I thought of why not sketching this one, because this is something that this is like our routine every single morning before starting our day. And then here's our first ride with the Disney Sea. We rode this boat, a small boat that's actually being paddled by two people of the Disney Sea, and yeah, it was really nice to actually do some sketchings. And yup, last day came. We were actually fixing our things, packing up, preparing for our 2-hour trip towards the airport. And I've remembered na dun sa window namin, we get to actually have a view of the Tokyo Skytree, not tower, Tokyo Skytree. And I told myself, why not draw it? Although I had a problem with the proportioning of the sketching, as you can see here. But yeah, I'm just really trying to get the habit of sketching every day, and here's the product. And I like how this turned out, to be honest. When I got in the plane, we're on the way back to the Philippines. I drew the Narita Terminal Airport, and I think this is the most detailed sketch that I've did compared to our car trip. So this took me probably, I think, 1 hour. No. I think this took me for about 30 to 40 minutes. And what's really funny again is while I was actually doing the sketches again, there were 2 flight attendants that came to me and complimented me again. And this can actually be a way for you to get girls. joke. But ayun, it's really nice. So that's it. I'm just really sharing this one kasi I believe as creatives, if you would actually want to get to the habit of doing something, it may be sketching, drawing, writing, practicing your craft, or whatever that is. If you really value that thing, or if you really want to get better to a thing that you want to be, I think it is very important for us to not just want it, to not just think about, okay, I want to be this thing, I want to be able to do that one, without actually doing the work, right? So try not to just think about it and to dream, because I think it's going to be a bad thing to just dream without actually doing the work that you can. Pero of course, this comes to levels. Some people wants to achieve something because of the things that they see through social media, but without actually seeing or without actually knowing what should they actually do, right? If you want something, try to look for the things that would actually help you achieve that one. As long as, of course, should be in a positive sense, kasi of course you would actually, like, there's a possibility of someone to actually want or to achieve or to crave for something that actually might be bad, and hindi yun yung refer ko. I'm referring to something that is actually beneficial for you, whether you want to get better at X. Of course, for you to get better X, you should actually do something to achieve that one, right? So yun yung sa akin. For me, I've just tried to make it fun on my end, kasi even though I wanted to be an artist or to get better with drawing, I should do the work. I mean, for me, it is sometimes boring, or sometimes it hits me na parang I don't actually want to do the sketch, even though gusto ko siya in my head. Pero, yep, I was able to actually do the work despite having a different itinerary, all those stuff being outside of my comfort place, which is here in the Philippines, my area, and it was actually very fun. So yun lang, I just took a couple of minutes of your time, and I just want to tell you guys that if you want something, you should actually do the work. So focus on what matters, and I'll see you at the next one, bro. Thank you.